This is the 91st minute. All right, welcome to the 91st minute roundup this week. As always, please consider hitting subscribe, and you'll get to see our beautiful faces every week, especially mine. All right, other Premier League stuff to get to. Tottenham, top of the league after a 1-0 win over Luton away. I had to bring this up. Hoff's not here, obviously, so no Tottenham segment this week in depth. Luton, I thought, gave them a good game for 60 minutes or so. They could have had a couple of goals as well, but the lack of quality in their finishing and you know, some areas of the pitch is pretty evident to see. Basuma got sent off after 45 minutes for a second yellow for diving. I did say you love to see that in my notes. I don't think it's because it was Tottenham. I just think it was because I do want to see diving punished. I meant it from that perspective.
And
in
so
the end,
many dives aren't given a second yellow.
I know.
And that's really irritating. So to see it happen is good.
Yeah, and then in the end, Tottenham found a way to score. Van de Ven stroking the ball home from close range after more good play from Maddison, who we've bigged up on the show for several weeks now. Tottenham sit atop the Premier League, level on points with Arsenal now. Interesting to see the two North London clubs there. Guys, do you see Tottenham as a title contender? Go.
I do see them as a title contender. You know, I think if they can, if they don't, it depends on how much effort they put into other competitions. Like I know in the League Cup they didn't quite go all in, so they had some reserves for the league, and if they prioritize the league, they could put up a good challenge. I do find it funny that, you know, this weekend where Arsenal finally beat Man City, they're still second. They're second to Spurs in the table, which is kind of ironic, which I thought was kind of funny. I mean, that's not meant. Okay, I'm sorry for bringing that up.
It's fine. Because I could just bring up the 26 consecutive years that we finished above them, but
exactly.
We don't need to.
It's just a little ironic, but yeah. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
I think Tottenham could be. Yeah, you can only judge on what you've seen, right? And if they keep this up, they're title contenders. But we've not seen them how they react to a bad situation. Their worst situation this season, I would argue, is 10 men against Luton, and they won. But it's Luton. It's Luton who I don't think are going to beat Derby's record of the lowest points ever scored. I think they're going to be awful.
Yeah,
I think Luton are going to struggle to get double digits this year.
And real quick, in the beginning of that match, Tottenham had like 4 or 5 opportunities to score, and Richarlison, I don't know if you guys saw that one, he was literally point blank in the goal and just deflected off of his foot out. If they finish like that, no chance for title, but the fact that they're making these chances is pretty good. Very good.
I still maintain their fixture list so far outside of Liverpool and Arsenal and Man United. I'd put them third on the list just because of their current league position. I would argue that outside of those 3 games, they've had it pretty easy. They've played 5 of the bottom 8 clubs or something. There's going to be a tough run of fixtures, and we're going to see what they're made of. And yeah, we'll find out. Honestly, again, the reason I don't look at the table, I tell you this every year, and I will probably always feel this. I really don't even look at the table till Christmas because it's just not worth it. Who wants bragging rights in September? No one, you know. Like it's
exactly.
It's May.
I do think Tottenham are going to be absolutely smashed by someone, and it could be like a Newcastle, it could be Man City. Someone is going to just exploit the open spaces they leave. But so far, it would be great to be a Spurs fan, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, it would.
Well.
Yeah. No, they are doing well, and they are playing better football. It's much better to watch if you happen to watch one of their games. I saw the North London derby recently, so. All right, moving over. I've got to keep this moving because I do have quite a few things to get to. Serie A, AC Milan beat Genoa 1-0 to go top of Serie A this week. But that's not the reason we want to talk about the game. Everyone is talking about Oli G, big Oliver Giroud. Maignan got sent off for a knee to the throat of a Genoa player, very Onana-like. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, he needs a player in the throat. Correct decision, in my opinion, to give him the red card. Oli G steps up, dons the gloves for AC Milan, made a hilarious double save. Reminded me of me playing in goal, actually. Did you guys see that crazy ending to that game?
I did see that.
It was good fun.
first Serie A match since like 1992 where both starting keepers got red cards as well. Kind of a little crazy game.
Yeah,
and apparently
Martinez, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and apparently, I don't know, maybe this was just a joke, but apparently Giroud was in the Serie A Team of the Week. Is that true? I don't know.
I've not seen that, but then
Okay,
again, I
maybe
haven't
that
looked
was
on
just
looking.
Twitter. I fell for the Twitter. Okay, never mind.
Could have been. Could have been. Other notable outfield players to have finished a game in net. I've got a list of a few. Guys, can you
Can I
name
try and
any?
name some?
Yes, please do. Fire
Rio
away.
Ferdinand.
Correct.
John
John
O'Shea.
O'Shea.
Correct.
Yeah.
Harry Kane.
Harry Kane.
Harry Kane.
Oh,
Correct.
Harry Kane.
I've got 3 more on my list.
Is this Premier League only, or is it?
No, it's not, and there are more than 3 as well. But I just happen to have 3. Zero in chat says Kyle Walker. Correct. Kyle Walker.
Kyle
is
Walker.
one.
Yes.
John Terry. He says that is another. Correct. Well done.
I was just looking at something about this.
And the most infamous of them all, guys, Pele, who finished a game in goal after scoring a hat trick. He went in goal. This was in Brazil, and apparently was amazing in net afterwards.
Of course he was. Yeah, of course he was.
Yeah. Inter Milan, on the other side of Milan, they could only manage a 2-2 draw with Bologna, so they sit second now after their blistering start to the campaign. Lautaro Martinez was the bright spot for them. Fantastic strike for Inter's second. Takes him to double figures already this season. Only the 3rd player in Inter history to reach double figures in 8 matches. I won't ask you to name the other 2 because it's not Crespo or anyone like that. It's Giuseppe Meazza in 1935 and Antonio Angelillo in 1958. So I thought we might be here a while if I asked you to guess.
I reckon I would have got both of them.
Yeah, okay. Under pressure, Roma boss Jose Mourinho saw his side win 4-1 away at Cagliari. A lot of talk this week about him getting the sack if Roma don't improve, maybe even if they didn't win that game. Guys, where does Mourinho go if it doesn't work out at Roma this season? Where's he off to next? Back to United?
Saudi.
Question mark.
Well, he's apparently got some job in Mexico. He's like the technical director of some club in Mexico now. Yeah, apparently. So there was
Comes with a
about that.
beach villa,
maybe
probably.
he goes
Nice.
Yeah.
Saudi.
Saudi? Yeah, I could see him going to Saudi as well.
International management's also there. You know, maybe is he getting to
True.
that age? I don't know if he's 60 plus yet. No, maybe not. I don't know how.
True. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, so definitely a story to keep an eye on in Serie A is the Mourinho. And it's just funny because it's got to the same point it does at every club. You could literally follow that cycle of what happens when Mourinho joins. There's joy, there's that style of football, and it just deteriorates in the dressing room and in the boardroom until he's gone. You know,
when you sign him, you almost sign like a script. You know, you just buy the script for a 5-year script for our club. We know what's happening. You know, we know where it's gonna go. It's gonna be good PR. We'll be relevant. You know.
Yeah, it's a tough one. But yeah, I'm glad we've never gone there. I really am. But yeah, so over to La Liga. Barcelona could only manage a 2-2 draw with Granada, going down 1-0 inside a minute. 2-0 shortly after. Cartwheel's boy Lamine Yamal grabbed one of the goals to drag Barcelona back in. Sergio Roberto getting the other. Yamal became La Liga's youngest ever scorer at 16 years old and 87 days. All the talk is, are Barcelona poor defensively? That's the talk of the town in La Liga. What do you guys think?
They can look flat. They can look flat.
Yeah. I think they can just. They seem like a team at the moment that's just reliant on a moment of brilliance. And that's not what we've come to expect from Barca, I don't think. They've had Messi, who produces moments of brilliance, but I think they are quite poor defensively and they're reliant on someone further up the pitch doing something good. But I don't know. Stefan will know more, won't he?
And I just want to add, United Loney started at left back playing against Lamine Yamal. Alvaro Fernandez was started for that match. He looked really good as well. Yeah, I didn't quite get to see the entire game. I saw the highlights. There was a goal at the end that was disallowed. I believe there was a offside. I believe João Felix had scored on the far post in the 94th minute, but they disallowed it. But yeah, Tough game. I think
Yeah,
they're 3 points. They're in third place now behind Girona and Madrid.
They are, yeah. So, speaking of that, Real Madrid topping the table on 24 points. Another 2 goals for Jude Bellingham in a 4-0 win this time over Osasuna. Is Jude Bellingham, this is my question to you guys that I wrote down, is Jude Bellingham the most important player for England in the near future? And can or will Southgate find a way to get this level of productivity out of him for England?
Yes, he is England's, I think, most important player of the future. I don't think Southgate will be manager when Jude hits his peak. So I think the next manager will be coming in and try and get that. I don't think Southgate can.
I mean, there is no way you can not play Bellingham in the England team if you're serious about England winning football games right now. How could you not play him?
He'll play. It'll be him, Rice, and someone.
Yeah.
But it's whether he gives him that freedom to do what he's doing at Madrid, where he's basically playing as a shadow striker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost
I can't wait
Zidane
for
in '98-esque.
I can only pray that Bellingham, gets a manager for England that will attempt to unleash what Real Madrid are seeing right now, because we all knew he's good, but like if you can put him in a decent team and this can be his level of productivity, I mean, the world's your oyster as a midfield player.
I still think there's that Kane situation that is it's gonna muddy up that area of the pitch. We'll see how they play together up top. Basically, that's going to be your front two, Kane and Bellingham there, 9 and 10. But yeah, we'll see. I love Jude. I love it.
Yeah, he's becoming a special player, I think, right in front of our eyes. So I'm interested to see how he does throughout the Champions League campaign as well for them, not just in La Liga, but yeah. Quick note on the Bundesliga: Bayern Munich find themselves third in the table right now. Obviously, Hoff is usually our resident Bundesliga correspondent. Despite their good form, Bayern have been in good form. That's not the issue. But Leverkusen, Stuttgart, and Dortmund also all in good form as well. And the table's really tight. Can the Bundesliga, my question to you guys, can the Bundesliga really be a 4 to 5 horse race for once this millennia? Sorry, I added this millennia live. That wasn't in my notes.
I hope so. I don't know. I don't know. The Gurasi guy is still on it. He's still scoring goals left and right. Hoff's player of the week a couple weeks ago. I just think the depth, right? But even Bayern currently don't have crazy depth right now, so maybe this is a bit of a transitional moment for them. I think Lewandowski leaving was not in their plans, so they're kind of, stopgap with Kane, who's gonna do well. But now there's rumors of Alphonso Davies leaving, De Ligt leaving, Lucas Hernandez just left. There's a bit of a transition. Gravenberch going to Liverpool. I don't think everything is exactly as they want it. Tuchel ball isn't exactly amazing. Maybe not everything they expected, but these are transitional moments, or when other teams get chances. So maybe this is that time.
Yeah, yeah. It's interesting to see. Go on.
They're going to smash it. There's not going to be a title challenge like that consistently goes throughout the season to Bayern Munich. And if there is, and it comes to January, I think they've got the spending power to make sure that doesn't happen for the second half of the season.
This is good. I like that. I like, we got both sides. I'm trying to give the Bundesliga fans something, and then you just come in with the reality check. Boom. Yeah, which I probably leave with you.
It's just interesting. I mean, especially the top four. I mean, Hoffenheim they're the only one with an X in their last 5 games. So it's I'm 7 games in. It's still early, as you say.
Yeah.
Easily time for Bayern just to take it over, but certainly looking one to keep an eye on, maybe, because Serie A looked a bit like this last year, and it was kind of a good campaign throughout. So till the Napoli ended up running away with it in the end, but it was towards the end. So Champions League. I want to touch on the Champions League real quick. don't want to spend too much time there for your sake and for mine.
Okay, that's that done. Let's go.
We'll start with mine. Yeah, Lens beating Arsenal 2-1. Like, a lot of people said this group would be easy. I didn't scoff at that. I thought it was a decent group to be drawn in. But I don't think there are any easy games. I thought the atmosphere was electric in that game for Lens. And I think they're a good young team. Got some good players that are, there's a couple of their players we've been linked with and interested in for a while. So, there's reasons for that. So, yeah, it was a interesting game. I still think we'll have enough to get through the group. I think if we win our home games, that should be the focus. And I think 9 points would be enough in this group to go through. So that's the focus, I think. And anything else you get on top, great. United going down 3-2 to Galatasaray. Looked like an interesting game. I saw a lot of hype and excitement about Rasmus Højlund, who kind of announced his arrival on the night with 2 goals, utilizing the power and pace that you guys want to see. And then Onana, it wasn't Onana a mistake, right, that led to Casemiro coming back.
Yeah.
Has to take a player down, get sent off, and Icardi missed the penalty. Right? He missed the penalty. Was it saved or did he miss?
He
missed.
He missed the frame, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he did miss it, and then obviously made up for it by scoring the winner a few minutes later. So, and Wilfried Zaha on the score sheet as well, just to rub it in that little bit more. Guys, what were your thoughts on that game, briefly, if you want?
Start off the Champions League now.
Well, when Højlund scored, I was hyped. I was actually watching, and I was banging my desk so hard, my monitor fell on the ground. It fell down. That's how hard it is right now. It's tough, man. We got to take our wins when we get them. Højlund, that power and pace was just so refreshing to see. You don't see it that often either in just general football. So it was good to see that we have this guy who's gonna maybe do something. Yeah, the end of the Icardi missing that, and then that beautiful chip for the goal was pretty painful. And Dalot on defending against Zaha has to be looked at. It's just one game good, 2 steps back. That's why I'm glad we have this international break to just kind of marinate in this one. Because you never know what's going to happen next game.
A bit the Galatasaray game was it felt like a lot of rub of the green going the wrong way, bad luck, whatever you want to call it. I mean, even the Zaha goal, right? He's volleyed it into Dalot's thigh, and it's bounced just right to lob over Onana. It was tough watching. Watching. We didn't play very well, so which is part and parcel of the season.
Interestingly for you guys, in my EA FC career mode save last night, we got to the end of the group stage games, and Man United came second to Bayern Munich in the group. So there you go.
In my EA FC career mode, I have done exactly the same as Man United and lost 2 from 2 in the Champions League. So
okay. All right.
So I'm going to bin it off.
Yeah, in mine, you did beat Bayern Munich as well in the first game of the group stage.
There you go.
So yeah, there's that. Elsewhere, Newcastle 4-1 winners at St James's Park. What a night for the Toon. Yeah, I mean, that stadium is a difficult place to go and play, and I've been there as an away fan. It's cold in the winter. It's really, really loud. They put you 3 tiers up, and as the away fans, and wish you all the best. But yeah, 4-1 winners. What a performance for them, and a dejected looking Kylian Mbappe at the end of that game.
To say it.
I wasn't able to watch this game live, but some people in Discord were watching, so I hopped in chat to hear the score, and I heard 31 at one point, and so I knew I had to go back and watch the game, even knowing the score, just to hear the atmosphere, and it was great. It was amazing. The passion, the pressing, Newcastle just up for it. It was great. It gave me goosebumps really when I was watching it. It was great.
I did, and I predicted Newcastle to get out of that group. I think my words were relatively easily as well.
Ooh, I don't think I had them going through, so I
was the only one that did. Yeah,
I'm in trouble. Other notable wins: Barca edging Porto 1-0. Atletico Madrid with a 3-2 win over Feyenoord. Real Madrid 3, Napoli 2. So that was a good one as well. Obviously, Jude Bellingham scored because Jude Bellingham. Inter with the win over Benfica. And yeah, that was it for UCL. So that's it for your roundup this week, guys.
Hey there, hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, consider subscribing to the 91st Minute here on YouTube. Also, feel free to use the links in the description to follow us on all social media platforms.